Memories of Childhood. Childhood is a special time in life. It is the beginning of our story. It is the time when the world feels big and everything feels new. When we are children, we do not think too much about the future. We live in the moment. We play, we laugh, and we dream. Childhood is full of light. Even if it is not always easy, it is a time we remember with a warm heart. I remember my own childhood like a quiet song. The days were long and full of small things. I remember waking up to the sound of birds. I remember the sunlight coming through the window. I remember my small room, my soft bed, and the feeling of being safe. There were moments of joy that stay in my heart. I remember running outside with no shoes, feeling the grass under my feet. I remember the smell of the earth after the rain. I remember my friends' laughter. We did not need anything big to be happy. A stick became a sword, a box became a house, a small stream became a river full of dreams. Our world was full of magic, even if we didn't know it. School was a big part of my childhood. I remember walking to school with my backpack. I remember the classroom, the teacher's voice, and the sound of the chalk on the board. Sometimes I was happy at school, sometimes not. But every day was a new chance to learn something. I remember trying to write my name. I remember learning to read. Each little success felt big. It felt like a new door was opening. At home, life was simple. I remember my family. I remember the way my parents talked to me, helped me, and sometimes told me stories. I remember the smell of food from the kitchen. I remember sitting together at the table, sharing meals and smiles. Those moments felt normal at the time. Now I see how special they were. I also remember the quiet times, lying on the bed and looking at the ceiling, watching the sky from the window, thinking about the world and asking small questions. Why is the sky blue? Where does the sun go at night? Childhood is a time full of questions. We do not always get answers, but we keep wondering. Sometimes childhood has hard parts too. I remember the first time I lost something. I remember the first time someone said something unkind. I remember being afraid or feeling alone. These moments were sad, but they also helped me grow. I learned how to feel my feelings. I learned how to keep going. I learned that tomorrow can be better. As I grow older, these memories come back to me. Not all the time, but now and then. Sometimes a smell, a sound, or a place brings them back. I might hear a song I knew as a child. I might see a photo or a toy, and suddenly I remember. I smile. I feel something deep inside. Childhood memories are not only pictures in the mind, they are feelings in the heart. They remind us of who we are. They remind us of a time when we were small, but full of wonder, when we were full of hope. When we believed anything was possible. Even now, I carry my childhood with me. It is part of me. It helps me understand the world. It helps me understand other people. When I see a child playing, I see myself. When I hear a child laugh, I hear my own old laughter. This makes me feel close to life again. Childhood never truly leaves us. It stays inside. It becomes part of our dreams. It becomes part of our kindness. It becomes part of our strength. Sometimes, when life is hard, I remember my childhood to feel strong again. I remember the times I was brave, even as a small child. I remember the joy that came from simple things. These memories give me light. We do not choose our childhood. Some people have more joy, others have more pain. But everyone has memories. Everyone has moments that shaped them. And even if the past is not perfect, we can still find something beautiful in it. We can still take the good with us. I believe that childhood teaches us how to live. It teaches us how to love, how to dream, and how to forgive. It teaches us to find beauty in little things: a flower, a game, a sunny day. These things are still here. We just need to remember how to see them. Now, when I feel tired or lost, I sometimes close my eyes. I go back in my mind. I see the child I was. I tell that child, "You are strong. You are enough. Thank you for growing. Thank you for dreaming." And then I feel a little more peaceful. Childhood is not only about the past, it is also about now. We can keep the spirit of childhood in our hearts. We can keep playing, laughing, and hoping. We can be kind to others and to ourselves. We can remember that we are all still learning. We can remember that we were all children once. So I keep my childhood memories close. I hold them like a small light in the dark. They guide me, they comfort me, they remind me of who I am. And I am thankful. Thankful for the good days, the hard days, and all the days that made me who I am today.